All right, we're doing about 5 minutes. Let's get it. Oh yeah. So important to control your breathing, especially for anyone new. Control your breathing when you're first getting in. But today we're talking about this little graph. I'll throw it up kind of in the middle probably because YouTube Shorts. And but with this graph, we start out with any new opportunity. We start out at uninformed optimism. This is where you've just learned about something. This is where you're just getting into it. You're super excited for whatever opportunity. But you don't know much about it. And so you learn more about it, and then you move to informed pessimism. This is where you know more about it and you're realizing this might be harder than I think. This might be, way harder than I think. And then you kind of hit the valley of despair. This is where you know more about it and you're kind of getting into your own mind. You're realizing this is why, so many people aren't successful with it. This might be, I might not be that type of person. Whatever thoughts you're having. This is where most people quit, and then guess what? They find something new, they go back to an uninformed optimism, and then right back to the valley of despair because they realize, oh, this is harder than I thought. But if you can stick through that valley of despair and kind of make a plan, understand, this might take some time, it might take a lot of effort, there's no guarantee on the end point. That is where you move to informed optimism. This is where you know much more about it and you kind of have your head straight on your shoulders and kind of have a plan and understand I can make it. It might take a long time though. And that is how you get to your goal or your results. And it's so important to understand this because if you don't know if you're so caught up in your own mind when you hit that valley of despair, it can be really easy to quit. But when you kind of look at this graph and understand, okay, I'm in the valley of despair right now. I've just learned that this is much harder than I thought. You kind of just have to understand I have to stick through this. Even if it is harder than I thought, I have to stick through this and kind of just push through that point. And so look at that, especially if you're kind of caught up in your own mind right now. Because for me, I'll use this example. With my YouTube channel, of course. Literally just last week, you can hear me kind of in the videos being like, I kind of want to take a break. I don't know. I might, not necessarily just quit, but I was kind of like, I might just take a break, see how I feel or something. So I was kind of in the valley of despair. I was thinking, oh, this is kind of harder than I thought. I have to wake up and throw myself in cold water every day. But harder than that, it takes up mental, I have to be kind of conscious doing this because, YouTube videos, I want them to be pretty good. And so, I was kind of caught in that valley of despair, but luckily I got some nice comments. I actually looked at this graph and understood, okay, I'm down here. I just have to push through and kind of move back up. Make a plan and stick to it. Understand that. You have to stick to a plan sometimes. You have to believe in the process. And so for anyone out there, just understand that you're going to start out being super happy, kind of move to, oh, this is actually harder than I thought. And then, man, I don't know if I can do this anymore. And that is when you have to really push through and understand, do I really want this? And take a step back when you do that. Do not be emotional when you do that. Just take a step back and realize, was me when I found this thing first, when I was at uninformed optimism, was I really looking at what I want? And typically it's because you weren't thinking about all the hard stuff, the stuff that you actually have to overcome to get to it, but you wanted it. You really were like determined to get it. But look at that graph. It's really important to understand kind of that's the basic kind of process that people follow to get to where they want to go. And so luckily I'm at informed optimism. I know I'm running long, but I know I got to stick to my plan and kind of just push through. And for everybody out there, look at this, understand you got to push through that hard point, and then you can be on the other side and get to your goal. But all right, let's dunk. Man, but yeah, great. great to kind of know where you are on the path, but I hope you have enjoyed, understand where you are for yourself, and I hope you have enjoyed, and have a great day. Bye-bye.